Coach Todd Van Houten. Like many of the inductees tonight, there has been one name associated with one school. Coach Van Houten and Coopersville High School go hand in hand. 33 years of coaching, all at Coopersville. And again, like many of the inductees tonight, he has been an assistant his entire career. 9 conference championships, 3 undefeated regular seasons, and 29 consecutive regular season wins. As defensive coordinator from 1999 through 2003, he had a 40-win, 1-loss record, which included 20 consecutive quarter non-scored upon seasons. He was enjoyed 30 of 33 winning seasons, state playoffs 11 times, district and regional championships, and was a 3-time state runner-up. Coach Van Houten's most humorous incident in coaching. Now you have to imagine this. In 1985, head coach and fashion expert Jim Meerman decided that the coaching staff should dress better. He bought the football staff gray stretch pants, tight stretch pants for game night. After laughing at each other, I refused to wear mine. He ordered me to wear them or I would be fired. That was the first of many times I was fired by Coach Jim Meerman. Biggest thrill in coaching. My biggest thrill is witnessing the resiliency of young men over the years as they continually are able to bounce back from devastating losses with enthusiasm and excitement for the next game. Coach Van Houten's additional comments on why coach. Because of the Friday nights after a win, standing outside at midnight in cool, crisp air with a couple of coaches discussing how great the weekend is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, the newest member of the Hall of Fame, Coach Todd Van Houten.
Thank you, Jack. Also, thank you to host University of Michigan, Michigan Coaches Association, the Hall of Fame Committee, and all my family and friends that are here tonight. I was hoping Coach Harbaugh would stay. I practiced this as an audition. As a lifelong assistant coach, this honor was both a surprise and a little overwhelming. I learned a long time ago that being a career assistant coach, this wasn't going to be about me, but rather us and the team. So tonight I'd like to introduce you to who us and the team are. First of all, I'd like to start with my wife, high school sweetheart and wife of 29 years. Carla, could you please stand, please? Wow. I know what you're saying. What's a beautiful girl like that doing with me? I used to be dangerous. The first thing I'd like to do in front of all these people tonight, and your mother, is apologize for breaking up with you in high school right after you had your wisdom teeth out. Mom, shame on me, what was I thinking? I hope that puts that one to rest. Since my retirement from varsity football, Carla's had a lot of free time on her hands. She no longer needs to conduct weekly family meetings with my kids about me and my attitude. What a relief. Carla, it's also my hope for you that someday you'll understand a little bit more about football and understand that varsity football players don't need snacks on the sidelines. I want to point out, Carla picked out my bow tie for this evening. She said all the guys wouldn't be wearing them. There was one guy back there that had one on tonight. He left. My son, Dan, and my daughter, Kelly, please stand. Stand. I have a close family. They're not sitting next to each other. As you can see, if you look real close, my daughter's pregnant. My wife and I will be grandparents for the first time. We're excited about that. The memories of football in my children, they come from their elementary years in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. Walking over to the practice field with their little lunch pails, holding hands, crossing the street together, So sweet, so adorable, so cute. And then, tying yourself up to the goalpost and almost choking yourself to death. Doing wheelies with a golf cart in a parking lot. Taping the manager up in athletic tape and making him cry. Hanging from the manager's beard with two hands and making him cry. Squirting water on the players that got too close to the sidelines. Throwing mud at the players that got too close to the sidelines. Putting a fork underneath the tire of a player's car and popping the tire. And coming home and telling your mother, "Oh Mom, I just love boys." Yep, great memories. Also want to thank a few people from the beginning. Ron Vanderlaan, my 7th and 8th grade best friend, who got me to go out for football for the first time. Because as he put it, that's how you become a chick magnet. I'm still waiting for that, Ron. To Jerry Guzin, Mike Tiano, Steve Zook, Norm Lemieux, my high school coaches. My class and U4 coaches made a great combination. The talent wasn't very good, and neither was the coaching. Thanks for all the fun. To Andy Vandersloot, the old guy, my life mentor and football advisor. You taught me so many of life lessons over the year, Andy, most of which were wrong. To Ron Veldman and Steve Bennett, my athletic director and superintendent the last few years. You two knew no matter how bad the loss was, staying away from us coaches and pretending you didn't know us was keeping you out of a lot of trouble. Thanks for the support. This is a good one. Bob Fortin, athletic director, principal, superintendent during my high school and college days. Bob, please stand. They need to see you. Bob was the one that suspended me from high school when I was in the 11th grade for, as he put it, behavior unbecoming of a chemistry student. Bob was also the one 5 years later that hired me as a teacher and coach at Coopersville. No one ever accused Bob of being a genius. Bob, your support was huge over the years, especially before every big game, when you would tell us that you were firmly behind us, win or tie. Thanks, Bob. To Gary Klein, Randy Waldy, and Doug May. These are the guys that were my fellow assistants under Mr. Meerman. This award is more about us than it is about me. We did everything together, including sitting in the back of the meeting room when Mr. Meerman was talking to the team and writing down all the funny things he would say. Remember this one? Gentlemen, I expect you on time. And if you're not on time, you're probably late. Yeah, Jim was a good sport about that. I saved the emotional part for the end. I lost my best friend of 30 years to cancer 2 months ago, Hall of Fame coach Jim Meerman. He stood in this very spot 1 year ago. I want you to know I would give this award back today if it meant just coaching one more day with Jim. I miss my old friend. In closing, this is what I want to say. I've had a lot of time to reflect on things the last couple of months, whether I wanted to or not. And that's been a good thing. It is my hope that when I'm not around anymore, that my friends and family will be able to say, I was a good coach, I was a good friend, I was a good dad, I was a good grandpa, I was a good husband, but most of all, I was a great Christian. Thank you.